Greetings and salutations, oh mass hordes of consumers of cardboard and board game related media. I am Mike B and this is Who Dares Rolls TV. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Daring Dustbunnies, the latest, soon coming to Kickstarter release from Hopwood Games, the Wonka's factory of board game design. Wonka, notice I said Wonka. So, the question on everyone's lips, of course, is what is Daring Dustbunnies? So Daring Dustbunnies, there's a kind of Terry Pratchett type feel of it, the idea of this community of these little fluffy dustball bunny characters living in your carpet. And they scurry around doing dust bunny stuff, collecting trinkets, bit borrowers, figure that. Anyway, these cutesy little critters, all down there, and what you're going to play one of these, and your identities will be hidden as to what colour dust bunny you are. What essentially you're trying to do is, it's a push-your-luck game. You're looking to edge your way towards a Hoover that will suck your dust bunny to oblivion, but not quite go that far. And you're looking to all of you one-upping each other towards the Hoover and the bag of certain dust bunny doom, and trying to be the nearest, but not go up the tube, which would be terrible for that to happen. So it's a push-your-luck game, bluffing, bit of take that, all sorts of the fun of the fair as we enjoy. That has taken more in-depth look at Daring Dustbunnies as I run you through a playthrough of said thing, or rules overview, something like that. I will explain how the game works to you, which will be tantalising, thrilling, and altogether just an experience to be savoured and enjoyed over and over again. Let's do that. Right, so here we have the basic setup for Daring Dustbunnies. So, what will you get? Each player will be given 2 character cards, like so, and they can pick which one of those 2 they want to use as a character. Each character has special abilities. You flip the underside over for your player board. Once you've done that, you're each going to be given a fate card, which links your fate to one of the dust bunnies on the board, which will be represented during the game as these rather chunky pawns. Now, obviously, this information is kept secret normally in the game, otherwise it would be very short and possibly a bit stupid. So, yes, you'll be linked to a fate of them. You, and only you, will know at this point in time which one you're linked to. You will also get a charm. Everyone starts with a wire charm, which essentially you can use your static, which is collected throughout the game, to spend on the charm. And in this case, a wire will move 1 fluffball backwards a number of spaces equal to all your static. So what are we doing? Well, we're going to be playing cards, these movement cards from our hand, to move the fluffballs across the board. So as we can see, across the board here, there is different actions on the board. So if you land on this one here, the move will allow you to move a different fluffball. So not the one that's actually activated, you will move another one. The give will give a card from your hand to an opponent of your choice, and it's keeping hidden from everyone else. Play will clearly be to play an extra card from your hand if you've got one. And dump will allow you to dump a card, discard a card face up without having to play it. And flip, what that will do is turn the top card of the move deck over and play it, which is this deck here, which can be good or bad depending on what happens. And there's also a cat and a dog. There are movement cards in here relate to the cat and the dog, and when they're played they will affect fluffballs in the rooms those animals are in. We'll come to that if and when it crops up. So on your turn, what you are going to do is play one of your movement cards from your hand. You can have a look at them. You all see them at the start, and they have a colour obviously and a number. So we're linked to pink. So ideally what we are looking to do is to get as close to the Hoover, the vacuum, as possible, without going into the tube or up the bag. The game is played over 3 rounds. What will happen is the end of round will happen in one of a couple of ways. Either all of the dust bunnies here will each be in a separate area on the board. When that happens, then that is the end of the round is caused. Or if a dust bunny at the end of a round or the end of a turn is in the tube or in the bag, then that will cause also the round to end. The game is played over 3 rounds. You'll get medals depending on closest you are towards the Hoover vacuum at the end of the game. Obviously gold, silver and bronze. The person with the most gold will win at the end. That's how that's going to work. So let's get cracking. So for instance, for argument's sake, we're going to play the black 3. So he will move 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now we can play an extra card. How terribly useful. So we're going to play the green, which will move the green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that triggers a move, so we can move another one of the dust bunnies on there. Not the green, so we could move the black, or we could move one of these. Well, we're going to move the yellow, and we'll put him onto there. Now these abilities on the board are only triggered if the space is empty when you land into it. So the yellow's moved into there. That will again trigger another move. So we'll move the blue into there. Okay. Now, if you ever move into an area where there is more than the dust bunnies already in there, then you will receive a static, depending on how many dust bunnies are in there. So obviously we've got a couple of cards left. You don't draw back up to the 4. You only draw a fresh set of cards whenever you run out of cards in your hands. And once you've played them all out, then you'll draw more cards. So then Bernard the Beard's going to have a go. Now, he's got a couple of interesting things here. Number one, he's got the cat's meow card, which is to move one fluff ball in the cat's room up to 4 places. So this is the cat's room here. Or move the cat 1 room in either direction. Obviously, the cat can only move that way. So that's a power card we can move there. This is the most interesting one, is the Talisman of Truth card. If you play one of these, then you have to reveal your fate card to everyone else at the table. If you can play 2 of them, which you can play 2 talisman cards, there's the only exceptions to the rule, you can play 2 at once, then you can have a shot at guessing an opponent's fate. If you guess it correctly, then they turn their thing round and everyone knows what that is. Any bunnies going into the tube still can be moved out at this point, so they can be moved out of the tube with the movement card, but that's the only time they can be moved out. If they go into the bag, they're trapped in the bag, they're out, they're gone, and they forfeit all the medals they've so far earned. That's how that basically works. We play 3 rounds of that, and the person with the most medals at the end of that will win. How exciting. So there we go. There is Daring Dustbunnies. That's how it plays. So Andy Hopwood, designer of Daring Dustbunnies. I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Andy's games. He's a UK independent designer, not had a massive amount of acclaim. He's got a very good following of people who like his designs. He's had some really great successes. The Dodeca, there's been a Mindleaf. You may even play the app if you hunt that down. Lots of quirky little game designs, just playing around and doing interesting things with game mechanisms. So Daring Dustbunnies is kind of like, it's like the director's cut of an Andy Hopwood game. It's kind of got everything in there that I like about Andy's designs. The quirky sense of humour, the take that sort of style of play, just the fun and frolics on your board game table. And it's all kind of been packaged together in this kind of rather charming, as I say, Pratchian almost, sort of these ideas, these tales of these dust bunnies, which I may call out as well as the really lovely artwork there by Lloyd Ashpine, who was the artist of the Oddball Aeronauts. If you've ever played those games or seen those games, they were really great. And again, he's got that quirky sort of Lloyd's style of art. Really great stuff. So we enjoy that. Art design and everything's really nice and kind of colourful and just kind of like, it's fun. Everything kind of screams fun. There's a lot going on in this box, really. I mean, it is a simple game. It's a filler game almost, but there's a lot, just enough going in there to make it a satisfying hours worth of your time or less, if depending how many players you're playing with. Love the mechanisms, love the hidden identities. I love the fact that there's ways of screwing over your opponents. I love the fact that there's such an opportunity. There is tactics there to the game, because I mean, you could just be subtly playing move your piece just near enough. They're thinking you're clever enough just to be on the edge of the hoover, not sucked up the hoover, but just feeling the whiff, the air flowing through your hair. But of course, everyone else, you never know what else is thinking. Someone else is suddenly gonna shove you into the hoover. Whoop, up you've gone. But I love the fact that it's got some really great moments there, and it's those sort of stand-up, shouty, screamy, punch someone at the table. Why have you done that? Why have you done that to my dust bunny? As I said, but it works really well. Whimsical theme, but it works. It works for kids. Kids can enjoy it for what that is, and they get into the theme and the art and the character design and enjoy it for a fun game of being horrible to each other. And adults can equally enjoy it for a fun game being horrible for each other. Essentially, we all play games to enjoy ourselves. I would hope, maybe not Euro players, we don't know. But yes, we all play games for fun. We sit around the table with a bunch of friends, we're playing games to enjoy ourselves, to have fun. Dust Bunnies does that. It is a machine, an engine designed for fun. That's what it's there to do. And it does it absolutely fantastically well. yeah, it's good fun. What more can I need to say on the matter? It's smooth. It's like smooth peanut butter, how well it just all kind of, just like slivered over your toast. It's quite nice. I have been Mike B. This is Who Does Rolls TV. And we are at the awkward point again at the end of a video where I don't really know how to finish up. So I would just go to Kickstarter and go and back the game. Yes, do that. If you're at the UK Games Expo, I will have seen you, or I may see you. If I haven't seen you, then I won't see you. Goodbye.